Still?
But it's not though. It's not on. It's not on.
I thought
It's
they actually
not.
shot this though already, Nate. I was confused because Jamie
No,
Foxx
no.
and all that business.
Why
Do you think they made it? No, they've
I
not
thought
made
I
it.
heard that they had actually filmed it, but I guess I was wrong.
Oh God, no, mate. So
Because I know
this is a
somebody has
long-
read the script anyway, and it said it
I
sucked.
have. I've got it.
Yeah,
It's
you
fucking
might have been the
terrible.
person. Yes, okay, so it's probably you. Yeah,
Spawn literally becomes a bed at one point.
yeah,
what?
it was you that
Spawn.
told me about that. Yep.
It's so bad. It's such a bad script. Anyway, that was Todd McFarlane's own script, and he's since obviously been forced by Jason Blum and other investors to get writers and stuff like this. So they've been working off different scripts now. Anyway, Todd McFarlane comes out today and is basically trying to I don't really understand what he's trying to do. Shame Jason Blum into starting the production on his film or something like that. It's the weirdest thing. So anyway, he spoke to comicbook.com, who is his exclusive mouthpiece. He only ever talks to comicbook.com. How about this, Todd? Come talk to us, mate. Talk to people that'll actually take you to task a little bit, right? Like actually give you some legitimacy behind your talking points, some credibility, because you talking to comicbook.com and then going yeah, just lapping it all up like a dog is just it's poor show, mate. It makes you look terrible. So anyway, he says this: Jason Blum is one of the better ones at getting things done. So a backhanded compliment. To then check this out. They tell me I get to read the script this month. The email is going out this week to remind them that they promised me that. Something's got to happen. Something's going to happen. I just know myself something's going to happen. Because if I can't figure it out inside the Hollywood system, I'll figure it out independently. I just know myself. But hopefully, we can figure out a deal that keeps all the parties that have been involved over the years involved. Mate, if that was me, if I was Jason Blum, and I picked up the Hollywood Trades today, right, and that was part of the headline, I would be straight on the phone to Todd McFarlane, going, "What? Sorry, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you saying this? You're giving this movie bad press already, and also me bad press. What the fuck are you doing? Shut up!" Like just straight away. What are you doing? Secondly, you're trying to rush. You're literally trying to rush the Hollywood system to get your movie done. You were part of the problem, Todd. You wanted to write your movie. You wanted to direct your movie. You're not a writer, right? You've never done screenwriting. Your script sucked. It was awful. Honestly, a child's 5-year-old story is better than that. It reeks of like edgelord. I want to be cool. It was fucking lame. Secondly, you're not a director. You might have directed a music video or two, but no way in hell is anyone going to trust you to direct a $50 to $100 million movie. What are you smoking, mate? So trying to shame Jason Blum. I'm not even a fan of Jason Blum. I couldn't care less. But you trying to shame, Jason Blum into... You're part of the problem. Did you not realise you held it up? Also, they had Jeremy Renner on board, playing Stitch, I think it is, if I remember rightly, the detective. Well, he was almost killed a year ago. He's getting back to work now, but I can't imagine he's going to be doing a lot of stuff. So anyway, thought this was heavily comical. I want to hear your thoughts. Culture, go.
I'm sad. I was excited. You made me think I was going to get.
If you read the script,
I was going to get Spawn.
Nobody wanted that thing, Culture.
I want Spawn.
That wasn't Spawn. That was Spawn's bed.
Okay.
It sounded more like a Hellraiser movie.
What I think is I'm excited, and I do hope we get a Spawn film that is good. And
so does everyone else, all the way back to the mid-90s, mate.
I know.
Well, does everybody forget that the second Hellraiser's all surrounding that haunted bed? Or I think it was the second.
That's true, actually. To be fair,
I'm not kidding. That's what it made me think of. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt there.
That is true. No, that is true.
I had nothing else to say. I want Spawn. I was excited. I thought, I'm going to make a stinger for something I'm excited about. and then Mr. H was super mean to me and took it away.
I did, yeah.
Look, Culture, if it makes you feel any better, I would love to get a classic Spawn movie in the vein of the HBO animated series.
Yes.
But we all know that's not going to happen. Todd McFarlane is weird. He's in left field now. And not only that, I mean, he's too busy making toys.
Isn't he broke or something like that as well now?
I think he is broke.
No,
I think that may be part of the reason why he is in such a rush to get this thing made.
I think
that he needs some cash infusion.
No,
I think that was
so
go ahead, H. Sorry.
Bit of a reality check. No, so Todd McFarlane has never dipped into his own personal wealth for anything. So recently, he's been doing. So he's got all of his merchandising rights and things like that for certain bits and pieces. He has a lot of money, and he doesn't touch it. So any of these recent figures that he's been making, he's crowdfunded. So he's literally never had to touch his own personal wealth.
Well,
he's
not
never
just
put
that.
his own personal wealth at risk.
Did you guys not see he's got the Hasbro deal?
Yeah, no, he's loaded.
Yeah, like and the DC deal.
Yeah,
and shit right now. I even posted because I don't know if you guys know Mr. H knows him or not, but retro blasting Michael over there, he does this geek news. He even pointed out that it's hilarious that Hasbro gave over their toy rights to Todd McFarlane Toys because even Hasbro has to admit that they can't make toys for shit no more.
Duh.
Yeah.
So a toy company's getting out of making toys, kids. They're now just an IP farm.
That is true.
McFarlane's doing pretty good with the figure side of things from what I heard. Because remember last year we did that story about him, Andre, where he come out and said that.
Yeah, I remember. I was like surprised to how he possibly could be broke or struggling.
He's not. He's not. That's a misconception from what I heard too. Yeah.
He is loaded. He's genuinely loaded. He has no financial issues.
Wasn't he funding this movie on his own originally anyway, Mr. H? Wasn't that the case? Okay,
nope,
I thought
never. He's been pushing to get it made. The problem is he's wanted to be the director and the writer all the time for years. I've done periodic updates on this for years. It's always been comical to me because I keep covering it, and I'm always saying the same thing, and it's just so funny. And then I got my hands on his dog shit script, and I was like, "This is the worst." It's genuinely one of the worst scripts I've read in a long time. And I've read a lot, like if you guys remember, I used to do a lot of the unreleased scripts for Hellraiser and stuff, and a lot of that was just bad fan fiction. This is on par with some of that stuff. It was really, really, really bad. Very, very, very bad. Like nothing really redeemable about it. It was a terrible, terrible script. And so, he's been wanting to make it. He's been wanting to make it himself in that regard, but he never wanted to put his own monetary finances at risk. So he's wanted the keys to the castle and everyone else's money to do it.
Yeah, I've never heard that he's a dumb. I mean, now the script may be stupid, but I've never heard he's business-wise a very dumb guy. Although, I mean, they did struggle for a bit with Image, but they're one of the only ones left on the block now.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that actually he's not, that what he's trying to do with the Spawn movie is an intelligent business move because he doesn't want to sell it off or anything like that. Yeah, sure, fine. I get that. But also he's not a writer and he's not a director, so you have to relinquish some power. So is it a good business move? Is it a bad business move? He doesn't want to sell it off, that's fine, sure, but you've got to relinquish some control to other people because actually that's a good business move in the long run because that will accentuate and, it will spin that movie and the property into higher stardom, which will then turn over into higher toy sales and merchandising sales. I mean, if you're playing the long game, that's actually a better business move. I think, personally. Don't all jump in at once.
No, yeah.
I was curious what Andre was going to say, but yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, here's the thing. I have long since written off that entire Spawn movie. Yeah, it would be cool with the Spawn movie, but you know what? We already have the HBO series, and I do believe that is going to stand forever as the definitive edition of Spawn ever. We also have the 1997 movie, and it's not great, but I don't think we're ever going to get a better Spawn movie than that. Where Spawn is concerned, that's as good as it's going to get. I don't think that this new Spawn movie is going to happen. And if it does, I don't think it's going to be any better. And a big part of the reason, as you've pointed out, Mr. H, is Todd McFarlane himself. Now, he may be a great businessman, but you know what he is not? He is not the writer today that he was 30 years ago. And that's the kind of time frame that we are talking here, since he was writing Spawn stories and he was doing them well. That's that's the issue here. And I'll give you another example. It's Neil Gaiman, who wrote Sandman, and he did amazing then. And he was the showrunner of the Sandman series on Netflix, and he botched that so badly that that's not getting a season 2. Why did he botch it so badly? Well, because he's still a writer, but he's not the writer he was. He was
Sorry,
young,
did you say the Sandman
writer then. What was
is
that?
not getting a season 2 on Netflix?
No, it's done.
I'm pretty certain it is.
Well, that's news to me.
I'm 100% certain it is. In fact, I'm
Okay,
pretty certain they
cool. Glad.
released some images to it.
Already? Really? Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
last I heard from Neil Gaiman himself, I haven't checked his Twitter in a while, but last time he said was that season 2 was in standstill and probably not happening because not enough people saw season 1 fast enough. So Netflix were reluctant about giving a season 2. So maybe there's been a season 2 since the announcement, since last time I checked. I'm not going to rule that out.
Yeah.
So in November, Netflix resumed production on season 2 of The Sandman. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh well. Okay.
Yeah, I thought I'd seen something
my
about
information is out of date then, but still, that doesn't change the main point I'm trying to make here, which is that even on Sandman season 1, Neil Gaiman went in with the approach: what if I wrote Sandman today? How would I change things? Who would I gender bend? Who would I race bend? How would I do this today? My worry, and this is what I think is happening here, based on what you said about the script that was written by Todd McFarlane himself, I don't think that he's trying to do the same thing as Neil Gaiman, but he is taking that same approach. What if I wrote Spawn today, when I'm an older man, no longer so hungry? And that's where the problem is. I mean, at some point, creations need to be protected from their creators who want to muck with them. And that, I think, is where Spawn is right now. That probably the people trying to make the movie would be better off if McFarlane himself was far away from it. Just my hunch, because he's part of the problem, probably.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I would agree with that, absolutely. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, there we go.